Good morning. Welcome to this week's homework where we are looking at solving equations. Just as a reminder, as soon as we see this equal sign, this means that we are going to have a final solution. So your goal should to be to have your variable on one side and your answer on the other. So starting off with moving anything that is not directly connected to the variable. So I'm going to start here. -9 and +4 is -5. Bring down everything that is not in use. I'm going to do opposite, so adding that 5 to both sides brings us to 3x is equal to 15. Stuck together like glue, the only option is to divide them. For this first one, x is equal to 5. Coming over here, same thing. I'm going to end up with +2. I'm going to subtract that 2 from both sides. I'm going to end up with 12x is equal to 60. X is equal to 5. Coming down here, end up with +5. Subtracting it from both sides. Dividing by the coefficient, and we end up with x is equal to 4. Coming over here, we're going to end up with a +3. Subtracting that from both sides. I'm going to end up with 2x is equal to 18. Dividing by that 2, x is equal to 9. Again, continuing to move anything that is unattached first. Subtracting what is not attached to your variable. Dividing by that coefficient to get your solution. If at any time you want to check to see if you've done it correctly, all you have to do is plug that value back in for x and make sure that the statement is true. Subtracting 4x is equal to 24. Divide by your coefficient. X is equal to 6. That brings us to the end of page 1. Any questions? Bring them with you to class. Over here, we're doing the same exact thing. Subtracting. Always making sure that what you do is done on both sides to keep it balanced. X is equal to 6. Over here, we have a +2. Subtracting it, both sides, keeping it balanced. X is equal to 6. Over here, +2. Subtracting it from both sides. Dividing by that coefficient. Over here is -2. Remember, the bigger one gets to be bossy. 6x is equal to 40. Dividing by 6. That is not going to divide unevenly. Well, it is what it is. I thought I had them all dividing evenly, but apparently not. All right, this one is going to be equal to x is equal to 6.67 repeating. I thought I had it. Sorry, kiddos. Oh, wow. Make sure I didn't make any mistakes here. -2 would be added. Nope, we're good. All right. One got away from me. All right, where was I? Okay, +2. Subtracting 7x is equal to 38. Oh, no, I did it again. X is equal to 5.43. We're going to round it. All right, +5 15x minus 5 minus 5. Oh, help if I brought down the right number, huh? All right, 50. 15x equals 45. Divide by 15. Divide by 15. X is equal to 3. All right, that brings us to the end of page 2. If you have any questions, as always, bring them with you. All right, page 3, we have a 4. It's positive. 5x is equal to 20. Divide by 5. X is equal to 4. Over here, subtracting 14x is equal to 56. Divide by 14. X is equal to 4. Over here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's going to give us a 5, which we're then going to subtract by. Divided by 9. X is equal to 6. Over here we have 8. 2x is equal to 12. Oop, not x, divided by 2. X is equal to 6. Coming down here, we're going to have 13x minus 1. We're going to add that 1 to both sides. My brain is trying to subtract it already. 13x equals 52. X is equal to 4. Over here, we're going to have 10x minus 5. Add that 5 to both sides is 40. X is equal to 4. All right, coming down here, negative 3. Plus 3. 6x is equal to 30. Divided by 6. X is equal to 5. Over here is going to be a negative 4, which we're going to add to both sides. X is equal to 7. Over here, we're going to have a negative 3, which we're going to add to both sides. X is equal to 5. Sorry, my brain is going faster. I need to write everything down. 12x plus 5, which we are then going to subtract from both sides. 12x is equal to 60, which divides evenly by 12 5 times. All right, down the bottom. So this is going to give us a positive 6, which we're then going to subtract from both sides. And then we're going to divide by our coefficient. Over here, this is going to give us a positive 2, which we're going to subtract from both sides. X is equal to 6. All right, end of page 4, questions, bring them with you. And then coming back up here, this is going to give us, goodness, a positive 5, which we're then going to subtract. X is equal to 7. Over here is going to give us a negative 2, which we're going to add. Oh my goodness, I need to stop doing that. I keep subtracting it. Oh, I need to go back and check those other two. Those other two that came out wonky. Let me make sure I didn't do that. X is equal to 7. 14x plus 6. Subtract 6 from both sides is going to leave us with 56. X is equal to 4. Over here is going to be a -2, which we're going to add. And then we're going to divide and get our X is equal to 6. Down here is going to give us a +7, which we're then going to subtract and divide. And then over here, gotta slow my brain down. All right, that brings us to the end of page 5. Let's go back though and just make sure that I didn't change these, that didn't end evenly. They're good, they're good, they're good. This one, making sure I have a +2 is a 40, it's a 38. No, wasn't me. -2, which adds to 40. Ugh. All right, here's what it is. Too uneven. I'll take it. Any questions as always, bring them to class.